Great, everyone. Corey here. Sorry for the little bit of delay as far as those that actually look forward to my movie reviews, but uh, went to go see John Wick 3. I just haven't got around to doing this video just because, I don't know, I guess I've been thinking about it a little bit more than my initial thought, and just the fact that it's John Wick 3. If you've already seen the first two, you already know it's pretty awesome. So, what really could I say besides, if it was totally done incorrectly, which it is not. It is great, just like always. What really could I say if you've already seen the first two that would make you see this one? If you've seen the first two, you're pretty much already gonna see the third one. So there wasn't really much I could say. So I figured, well, why not just talk more about the story and just what's gonna happen? Because yeah, this is a spoiler warning, so I'm definitely getting right into spoilers here. Uh, there's probably gonna be chapter four, which I would assume is the final chapter because I thought this was the final chapter. But then again, once you learn, if in case you didn't Google what para para parabium, I believe it's that's the subtitle of John Wick 3. But if you didn't Google what that word means, it's pretty much prepare for war, and that's pretty much what happens in this movie. It's just you start seeing the lines in the sand, and where everybody aligns, and it's it's a one man war in this movie because it's just John surviving really, uh, and it's definitely it's definitely setting up for something really big. I mean, this was pretty big too. It's pretty much the world against John, but I think chapter four, if they do chapter four, is definitely gonna be John with some allies. So man, I just it's gonna be interesting to say the least. But once again, I mean, Keanu Reeves does a great job. Orange Fish, I mean, just everybody in here is just amazing. On top of the game, the writing, the action is amazing. Man, I saw this in Dolby Cinema, and like those gunshots and everything just sounds so real. Right? You get that directional sound for that theater, and it's just great. So I recommend Dolby Cinema if you can, or even IMAX. I believe they shot it in IMAX, so you get that more scene, the actual little top and bottom, so you get to see a little bit more. But yeah, man, Dolby Cinema, I always just love it. So, uh, John Wick just as a series alone, kind of revolutionized action again, uh, which seems to happen every decade or so. There's always that one movie that revolutionizes everything, and John Wick kind of did it. And there really hasn't been that many people that have replicated it as well as John Wick. Of course, the original being the best in this case, and it hasn't been upped yet after these what 4 years, 5 years now of these movies. But yeah, man, it's just great seeing action that is fast, that is quick, that is sometimes a little gruesome and real looking, uh, and being able to see it. Those quick cuts, those everything action scenes. Yeah, I mean, you have to do it sometimes. If your actors aren't as skilled in those movements or those martial arts or that gunplay. So you got to do what you got to do. I mean, I think the most infamous scene is probably from Taken 3, I think, of Liam Neeson jumping a backyard fence, and there's like seven, excuse me, there's like 17 cuts or something. So that's pretty ridiculous. Which, yeah, it makes sense because he's up there in age, and he's not as spry and as someone else's age, younger for sure. And that's just one of the downfalls of it. I mean, but Keanu Reeves, he's just an amazing actor that gets puts his he goes, maximum effort pretty much into these movies. He sacrifices to make them better. He is humble as hell, and he's just a badass, all around. Because he learns this art, um, he becomes that character more than any other person. So yeah, you don't want you don't want to mess with Keanu Reeves after seeing movies like these. So yeah, but yeah, man, John Wick 3 is just amazing. It's just over 2 hours. With credits and everything, of course. Man, there's so many trailers now. It's like almost half an hour trailers. It felt like at least probably 20 minutes for sure, because end credits more than 10 minutes. But yeah, man, you get some cool situations, some areas. You get Halle Berry, being a badass. You get two doggos that are being badasses along with John Wick. So you definitely, man, there's a lot to see. Just it picks up right after the second one with him running literally for his life, and man, it was good, man. I can't recommend it enough. If you just like I said, if you've seen the first two, you're definitely seeing three. I mean, really, there's no if ends or buts about it. You're gonna see it, and that's pretty much it. I mean, the biggest thing I'm looking forward to in four is just crazier stuff. It's probably more epic scenes, the scenery, just probably more badasses because it's pretty interesting in this movie that in two kind of makes a bit of a friend enemy from Common's character that he plays, another bodyguard hitman, and it doesn't kill him. Well, at least doesn't show he killed him, and it just kind of leaves him to make his own decision if he wants to die or live. So I think he's going to play a big factor in chapter four because he wasn't on in chapter three, which you would think he would be. But yeah, man, like, and then also there's a couple characters in this one, in this three that seem like they might be on John's side as well later on. Maybe even a third person for this movie, but it looked like he bit the dust at the end. But yeah, man, like, there's definitely some allies. There's definitely something going on, and it swerved me a little bit at the end. I didn't quite see that ending coming, but after it happened, I was like, okay, it makes sense. So, man, I honestly I can't wait for chapter. Update. I really hope they do a chapter four and just burn it all down. I mean, that's what it seems like it's coming down to, and yeah, man, Wick is back, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully, they do announce something. Hopefully, there is a four, because man, I just want the story to end and to get a satisfying conclusion to it, and I that's all I really want from the series. But yeah, John Wick 3, great movie. Highly recommend it. Definitely worth your dollar and someone else's dollar. Next movie most likely is going to be Godzilla King of Monsters because I saw the latest Aladdin trailers and clips and everything, and I honestly, it just looks so fake. Not even a good fake or like the fake that they're parodying fake. It looks like they just didn't get it. I know these Disney remakes haven't been the most popular things around. I mean, yeah, they've been popular because they've been making money because it's a remake of your childhood nostalgia that you're gonna bring your new, kids to. But there's just, I mean, it's not past the fact of, Will Smith as the genie, just the way he looks and acts, and just past that, past just everything about it, just looks like a complete cash, and like there's no heart and soul in it. So I can't see myself going to see it. Maybe I might, but that's a big maybe. But for sure, definitely I'll see Godzilla at the end of the month. And man, June looks like it might be busy as well too. So Till next time, guys. Later.